Well, finally getting around here to editing the footage from our second day at the Spearhead Trails. And just a reminder, this isn't any fast-paced, high-action ride. This was just a nice family trip where we just rode calmly, enjoyed the scenery. So some of you may find this a little more boring than your typical ride videos you see on YouTube, but it's an enjoyable ride. I enjoyed it. I'd like to share it with you guys, and the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. And then later on in the video, you'll get to see the guided night ride we got to go on into the festival they were having, and beautiful fireworks, which I managed to capture some on video, so you'll have that to look forward to later on. But for now, enjoy the ride. So now that I've had several months to reflect on my time here at Spearhead Trails, I would say that day number 2 here was my favorite day out of the 3 days we rode there. I don't know what it was with this section of trails that we were on, but I just loved it. I love riding through the woods here like this. You see, we're kind of riding on these ridges pretty much all day long in the woods. We're up on the hills, we're down in the valleys, and it was just a blast to ride. No, it wasn't super fast, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I'm mellowing out a little bit, but I am finding myself more and more just enjoying the slower paced leisurely rides. Now, it's probably not good for my channel because I know most of you out there like to see higher action, fast-paced riding instead of just slow putting around like this, but you know, I'm not going to put out content that doesn't suit me. And like for this ride, I just felt like just kind of putting around and just riding leisurely. Like I said though, I do get the hankering to get a sport machine, and I still like to go fast. That's what we got the Rmax for. I know it's not a sport machine, but for a sport utility, it is pretty fast, and who knows what lies ahead for my channel. We may end up with a faster, sportier machine in the near future. as always, guys, you know this by now, that video never does the steepness of these climbs any justice, but trust me when I say these climbs we're doing throughout here, they're pretty steep. They're definitely four-wheel drive worthy. Most of these I took in four-wheel drive high. A couple I did in four-wheel drive low. Probably could have done it in high to keep my speed up, but I definitely felt like I needed to use four-wheel drive. You at least feel safer when you're in four-wheel drive, because these are a lot steeper than they look here on the videos. So our main destination for the ride on day 2 was to head to Breaks Interstate Park. Now these trails take you right up to the entrance of the park, and then you are allowed to ride right on the road in certain areas of the park, so you can drive your side-by-sides right into there. And you'll see here in a minute there are some breathtaking views at this park. We only spent probably half hour, 45 minutes here. A lot of the stuff was closed. They had some zip lines and stuff we were hoping to do, but those were closed and weren't operating that day. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but they had some neat cabins to see that were around since they were built, and as you see here, the views that we got to experience were just breathtaking. So if you're out riding Spearhead trails, you get a chance to go to Breaks Interstate Park, I highly recommend it. So we lucked out going to Spearhead when we did, because they actually were holding a night ride for a local charity. $20, you deposit, it goes to the charity, and then they give you a guided night ride tour. And you can see here there's quite a few come out to that. We actually are going to ride down back into the city of Grundy, which was having a little kind of festival there. And so you get to see some fireworks here in a little bit. We went to the festival, got to see the fireworks, and then got to go on a guided night ride, which was pretty neat to be able to ride at night. I didn't film anything because it was dark. You guys would have been able to see anything anyway. It would have been a lot of wasted film, but it was nice. I will say that the guides went a little bit too slow in my opinion. I mean, we averaged probably 10 miles an hour the whole way back, which was sort of nice because it extended the ride. I think we did the night ride was a good 2 hours, but it was a little bit too slow paced. I would have liked to have been a little bit faster. I can see why a lot of people had done this before and they broke off and didn't go on the night ride part. They kind of just went back on their own, but we went with the guide and it was still enjoyable, just a little bit too slow paced. We see here there was a lot of machines out for it we got to ride with and enjoy the scenery going down into Grundy once again. overall, day 2 at the Spearhead Trails was a big success. Again, one of my favorites. This festival was a fun little event to kind of take a break from riding in the side-by-side to get some extra greasy festival food, and then we got to sit back and just enjoy some fireworks for the rest of the evening. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope I put this video together in a way that was enjoyable, even though it wasn't high action, packed, thrilling trail riding, but the scenery was definitely beautiful, and I highly recommend hitting Spearhead Trails up if you haven't. They are definitely worth experiencing. So thanks for all your support, guys, in whatever form it comes, whether you're buying my merchandise from the Teespring store, buying my products I have listed on Amazon, supporting me on Patreon, or simply just watching, liking, and subscribing and commenting on my videos. I appreciate it very much. I hope to see you again. And until next time, keep on riding.